Welcome back to Behind the Lash,
your safe space for all things lashes, living,
and the process of learning as you go. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. It's been a little while.
Just a little bit. We've had some crazy
on
months
here, but yeah, it's summertime in San Diego. We're busy.
Yeah, we've had a couple events. We've been at Beyond the Lashes. We're pretty busy with taking clients behind the chair.
And we're also planning a really big surprise for you guys.
Yes.
And we can't wait to share it. It's coming up soon. And we're just kind of brainstorming and doing all these things behind to make sure that we show up at our best form.
So that'll be coming soon. I don't want to give too much details on what we're announcing, but it's super exciting, and I hope we can run into some of you there and a lot of you, and just reach more people in San Diego, and just anyone out of the state too.
Yeah. Today's episode is really exciting because we've been teasing about bringing people on, and today we have our very special guest in the building. And we've been just chatting with her and getting to know more about her, so we're excited to put her in front of the camera and just let you guys in on what makes her and what her story is behind the lash industry, behind her business. So let's welcome in our very own friend, Bibi.
Yes, Bibi.
I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
It's crazy because we've all been in this industry for
I feel like about the same amount of time.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of entered before, right?
Maybe a little bit.
Like a little bit before. And you were doing, it was body sculpting before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a couple months before.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're all around the same.
Yeah, we are.
Like the same
which
era.
Is crazy.
Yes, for sure.
The same era.
We were just talking about how we all started when volume lashes and like mega volume and long lengths were like a thing, and we all are like heavy-handed volume artists. And now we're all trying to make like natural sets and stuff. But yeah, I feel like we all started in the same time.
I would say so. Mm-hmm.
So we've all had like our ups and downs in the industry and just kind of learned a lot from one another for sure.
Yeah, but this episode, and when we bring special guests on here, we kind of want to dig deep. We kind of want to dig deep into who they are behind the brand, because most of you guys know who our special guest is, and you see just a little portion of who they are and their business is. But we kind of want to dig more deeper into who they are behind the brand, what inspired them, what motivated them,
how they started,
their experience in this industry, and just kind of everything between that.
Because the industry is changing a lot, and I feel like as women we are changing with it. So I think that
absolutely
reflecting on that journey also, but like besides the business itself, like what's changed within ourselves is really cool.
Definitely.
We've all grown up and now we're like
you grow up within yourself, and you feel like you grow with your business. Back then I feel like my personality, my attitude, everything was different, and my business was a lot different back then. And I feel like as you grow, your business grows. Definitely.
Also just you as a person, like once you start taking your business a lot more seriously, I feel like you start to present yourself a lot differently than you did before you had your business.
Even the clientele you attract too, I feel like it's a huge thing. Like the clientele you start attracting is so different.
Isn't that crazy?
It grows with you. It's so strange. It's so strange.
The older I get, the more older clients I get. The younger I was pulling in a lot of younger clientele.
It's more stability.
It's crazy.
It's different conversations.
The conversations are very different.
Right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm like, what do you mean you're having a baby right now?
I know.
Wait, I'm going to get invited to your engagement party? There's definitely we've had some clients that have run with us too. Like I've seen them go through like every single thing, and I'm like, wow, we've really made it,
Yeah, it's really cool.
So we want to get to know you, Bibi, a little bit more, even though we've known you for a while, but we want everyone watching this to kind of know a little bit more about you. So before BBeauty.Cosmetics, follow her on Instagram. Who was Bibi? What did you do? What's the story?
That is so much. That is a whole thing to unravel.
I know, huh?
Before BBeauty, I was actually working at Sharp Healthcare.
Okay.
I was a receptionist for workers' comp, and I worked there for 4 years. And my last year there, I was on and off with lashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking about opening my own lash studio, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not licensed.
Yeah.
Like, do I really have it to be able to like open up my own studio, you know? And so I remember at the time, it was like January right before COVID. And I told my boss, I'm like, you know what? I think now is the time. I'm starting to get my own clientele in. I think it's time for me to step away from my receptionist job and go full throttle into like
scary,
my business.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's scary.
And it's crazy because actually, shout out to Alexa did that because she is the one who pushed me the very most. She was my nail tech at the time.
And she's so talented.
Yeah, she is.
You need a nail tech, go to her.
And at the time, she was actually at City College learning to do nails, like to get her license.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how long ago that was and how big everyone got from there.
Yeah.
You know? So much evolution from then to now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people also talk about like how COVID like unfortunately did destroy a lot of businesses, but it did flourish a lot of businesses too.
It did
For sure.
It did flourish.
I feel like money was just flowing a lot, as weird as that is, because we had like help from like programs and like the government and the stimulus and all this stuff. So people started having this extra.
Spending that bag.
Yeah, they had.
But also how sad it was that, you know, businesses did close.
Yes.
It did kind of drive people to go to us who were doing it from home, you know?
Because I feel like back then it wasn't popular. It wasn't popular to go to someone that was home based or even in a studio, like at an office space. That wasn't popular to do. You would go to like Amazing Lash.
It was a different standard. I think that a lot of that time broke the stigma of like, oh, home studios are nasty, or what the hell am I going to do at a home studio?
True.
Because people had some nice ass. People still to this day have some nice ass home studios.
They have separate.
Yeah. So then you decided that it was time.
Yeah, I decided it was time in January, and I told my boss. I was super close to my team at the time, so I was like, I'm gonna give you 3 months advance. Like, I'm gonna leave in March, and you know. And so March came around, and the whole world shut down. So my boss was like, "Are you sure you really want to take on?"
Healthcare was
exactly
essential.
You're for sure 100% getting full time every single day,
because a lot of people got like plus now.
I was working the COVID clinic, and I didn't get any type of incentive.
No extra pay.
Really?
I didn't get no extra pay. No,
Because I heard a lot of like people got fat incentives to like go work
the
COVID
nurses,
stuff.
huh?
Yeah.
only PAs and MDs were getting that.
Okay.
Some RNs were getting it at like urgent cares and
That makes
emergency
sense.
rooms.
Or they traveled and stuff, right?
I worked in a clinic. So I worked at, it was called occupational medicine. So it's within Sharp Priscilla. So it's one of the smaller clinics. It's not, it's technically an urgent care for work injuries. That's pretty much what it was. So I was getting full-time hours. I was getting overtime because I was working with the COVID clinic after work. So it's just, this money was stable. So I told my boss, you know what? This is not my time. I'm not doing it right now. I'll let you know later whenever I decide to do it.
You actually took back. Like,
I went back on it.
Yeah.
And my coworker at the time, she was my bestie, and she was in her 50s. I was 20 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And she told me, she's like, everyone here has been here for like 20 years. You don't have, realistically, you don't have the kids to hold you back. You don't have anything holding you back. This is your time to really just dig deep into it.
There's always like an old lady that speaks some life into you.
Shout out to Alicia. You really helped me out.
Yeah.
But she really pushed me to do it. And also my boss too. She would tell me, she's like, whenever the time is right, I think you really should do it.
Yeah.
And so what was nice about it, a lot of the other girls in other departments, like urgent care, I had girls from family practice, like, oh, you're still doing lashes? Like, I'll come to your house. So I gained a lot of clients through the clinic.
Yeah.
And they're like, I mean, we see each other every day. We're not going to infect each other.
Yeah.
So I built a lot of my clientele through them, and word of mouth, them telling like their friends, like, oh, I know this girl that's still open, you know? So
everybody had lashes, and everyone was wondering where the hell are you getting these
They're
lashes?
like, us at home.
I was like, do you know someone that still waxes? Because I need to go.
That's so funny that you said that, because my very first Brazilian was maybe like January or February before the pandemic hit. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm so scared. And like,
I've never had one.
Oh,
No,
so,
never had a Brazilian.
that shit hurts.
Oh my god, it does.
So I went through with it, and I was like, wait, that wasn't bad at all. And it was like to a point where I was like, okay, I can do it again.
I keep doing it.
Yeah.
But then I go to book my next appointment, and she shut down because she was in the Sola salon.
I was going to Natura Wax and Spa. Like, it was like a European wax entertainment place.
Okay.
And so I was like, who the fuck is doing this right now? Like, wait, can we...
And a lot of people shut down. Yeah.
So I was like, who can I go to? So I started going to this girl that was working out of her house.
Yeah.
And I just started going to private tech from there too. Because even before then, I was going to nail salons. I was going to the wax salons. You know, like it was very different back then.
Yeah. It was.
I was going to a lot of girls in their house when I was doing nails.
Before COVID?
Before COVID. I always had like specific nail techs. But the only thing that kind of drove me to go to nail salons was just like parking situations. Because I would go to people in their homes where you had to park hella down the street.
Or like find their
place.
Or
like you couldn't find a parking. So that was the only hard thing about, working from home, I would say.
For sure. No, yeah. And then I want to say in October of that year, I had that conversation with my coworker, and she's like, I think you should just do it. You keep telling yourself that you're going to do it next month and next month and next month. We're in October. You said this in January.
Yeah. See, that's scary to like cut the cord because you had a job and you had to decide to leave it. With me, I lost
somewhere that you could have like climbed up the corporate ladder and just kept going and had the safety net, and at the time, which we know as entrepreneurs we don't have.
Yeah.
Right. At the time,
I still think about that shit every day.
Me too.
Like, what am I going to do?
No, at the time, Ahmed, my department that I was in, because it's a little more, you do a lot more on the back end, like admin work. We were getting $4 more than the average person. So my pay was really good at the time. And then I got all the benefits too.
And then you could have kept going.
Exactly. So I was like, do I really want to hold back from this? And my team that I worked with, they were like family. So it's like, it's one thing to have a stable job, but then to have people that you work really well with.
Yeah.
So
that's hard.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
So when I went to one of my nail appointments, I was like, I think I need to do it. And Alexa's like, okay, I'm working. I think she was working at like Albertsons at the time. And she was like, if I quit, you quit. And I was like, okay.
And you guys did it together?
I called her bluff. I didn't think she was actually going to quit. I came back to my next appointment. She's like, I quit, girl. And I was like, I haven't. She's like, you need to quit. I went to my boss that next Monday and I was like, I'm putting my 2 weeks in. And my 2 weeks landed right before my 21st birthday.
Oh, wow.
And so I remember when my 21st was coming in, they opened the world back up. Like everything was slowly starting to open up again. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Cancun. Yeah. So I booked a flight to Cancun and I told my boss, I was like, are you gonna hate me if I don't do 2 weeks completely and I do like 8 days because my birthday is coming up? Like, what am I gonna do? Fire you? You're already leaving. You're already leaving. Yeah. So I ended up leaving the day before my 21st birthday. I was so sad to see all my girls go because we were all so close. And everything.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Super.
So then from there, I started doing lashes. And I will be 100% honest, I was not 100% booked at the time. I didn't have a full solid schedule. I was taking 2 clients after work every day,
That was me too.
So I didn't know what was going to happen. I just had to have my faith into God that everything was going to be okay.
Work out for you.
And it did.
And it did. It did. Because look at where you're at now.
It's honestly super scary. If I was in your position, I don't know how I would have like quit my job. Fortunately, which is unfortunately, but fortunately, I lost my job because of COVID. But with me losing my job, I got unemployment. So I felt like that was a little bit of stability for me.
I see,
because I was so young back then. I think I was 19 when I started. I was just renting a room for maybe like $600.
I went to your first room.
The rent carpet?
Yes.
You know
my gosh, how crazy.
I have clients to this day that be like, remember that room with the red carpet?
Red carpet is very unforgettable, bitch.
It had red carpet.
Yeah, because I remember you came to me and I was like, let me go get my lashes done too. And oh my gosh, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
that's cute.
See, I was renting a room in just somebody's house.
I remember you telling me it wasn't even like a family member's house or anything.
It was just
somebody's room.
I found it on Craigslist. Yeah, because so when I started lashing, I talk about this in the first episode. If you guys want to go back, I kind of talk about like my story. But I was living with my grandma at the time, and I was working at a mental health clinic, and I had went and got my lashes done by someone, and I was like, you know what? Let me try to start lashing.
Yeah.
And I started lashing, but my grandma started being just randomly being like, no, I don't want people here. So then I would have to cancel people the same day.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot too,
it makes
if you're
sense.
living
I was
with
in the
somebody.
living room, and I was taking 4 to 5 hours on a lash set, you know? So it makes sense. So then I went on Craigslist and I went looking for rooms, and I was messaging everyone, hi, you know, I work a full-time job, but I do lashes on the side. Are you guys okay with people coming in and out?
Yeah.
And this was during, it wasn't COVID yet, but I was like, are you guys okay with people coming in and out? Even places that had private entrances, I was going to pay extra. And everyone said no. Everyone said no. Everyone said no. No businesses in my house. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand. And then this one lady I found, it was an old Asian lady. She was all by herself and she was renting out 3 of the rooms. And she said, yeah, it's fine. I literally would walk people in and out, and then the lady would just go like this.
Shout out to the angel.
It was so cute.
And it only takes one person giving you a shot.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
really
and that's
does.
what started my business. And then she had kicked everyone out because I think she suffered like a health condition at that time. So she had to move in with her daughter.
Oh, yeah.
So they just rented out the whole family house to a family. Like to a family.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that's what happened.
Wow.
It was crazy. Yeah.
But would you look at God? Everything happens for a
Everything.
reason.
Yeah, and I lost my job. I was already renting the room when I lost my job. I remember I was sitting, my boyfriend was in the barber shop, and I was sitting on the bench, and you look at the TV and they're talking about COVID and getting into a quarantine. And I was like,
I thought the world was gonna
yes. It was like some movie type shit. We were like, literally all the barbers, all their customers were all like,
yeah.
I was at work when it happened. I was at Sharp when it happened, and I just moved into my apartment.
Oh my God.
2 weeks before that, so I didn't have any toilet paper. I genuinely did not have toilet paper. So I texted my boss while she's like in her office. I'm like, I don't have toilet paper. Can I take my lunch early and go to Target down the street right now?
Everything's gonna end.
Toilet paper.
and I honestly
Because
didn't
there was
even
so much
worry about that.
uncertainty.
Everyone was so obsessed with toilet paper at the time.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Everyone at Costco, everyone or anywhere, people were buying out toilet paper.
Yeah. And then I went to Target. I remember I was buying all my stuff. I didn't find toilet paper, but
You didn't
I found
find
Summer's
toilet
Eve.
paper?
Summer's Eve.
So I was like,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna take
God.
it. So
Stock up on the
I found Summer's Eve. I'm like, my man's gonna have some nice fresh booty in that.
Lavender Oasis. You know?
Yeah.
No, seriously. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's
I
like
feel like
nostalgia.
when COVID was happening, like, I don't know. I think I was just like in my own world or something. Because like obviously I knew it was happening, but I closed for like 2 months and then I was going crazy.
Did you?
Yeah, I was going crazy in my house.
because you were in the actual building, right?
I was already in a building.
Yeah.
Were you already there?
Yeah. I've been in the building for 8 years. So
Damn,
like
so you
I was
actually did
there
close.
since the beginning. Yeah.
I was scared of being open because you know how people were like talking about how like
You're
They're
getting
gonna come at you.
fines.
yeah, like that they were coming at you.
Yeah, you would get fines. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, but the thing about me that I got lucky with was that my building is a medical building. It's a business center.
So it was technically
but
open.
we had doctors, we had chiropractors. We still to this day have like all this physical therapy.
It's a
so
nice building, too.
people
It
had
is.
to, they had to be open because they were essential. So I was like, well, if they're essential, I'm staying open.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna come to this building.
Wow.
So I closed for 2 months and then I was bored out of my mind because I have ADHD. I'm like, I cannot be home.
Yeah.
Can't sit
And also,
still,
I feel like
me.
everybody was
Never me.
drinking so much too. Like
Yeah, oh my
everybody was
gosh.
That's
fucking
when I
drinking.
partied
Why was I so skinny back then? But my face was blown up
because we were fucking drinking every day. So I was like, hell no, I'm gonna become an alcoholic. So I opened back up,
We're
and it was
spending money
probably
like
the
crazy.
best year.
It was so much
in
fun
business. Like
That's when
Honestly,
I got obsessed
COVID
with
was
crab
so much
boils.
fun. We should go get a crab boil.
we should do an episode on a crab boil.
Oh, should we do one? Because my man doesn't like crab boils.
I know
Can we
crab
do
boils.
that?
Please,
Yeah, let's do
next
that.
day.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm already craving it.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, guys.
So, were you always interested in beauty, or did you discover it like as you went to get your lashes done, or how was that?
I was. So back in high school, I want to say I was like 15, right before my 15, so I was maybe like 14. I was like playing around with my makeup, and all of my friends in high school were like, "Oh my God, Bibi's always doing her makeup," and I did look crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I did look crazy.
I've been there.
But I've always had very fine hair, like my brows, so I had to draw them in. Like I had to. So from there, I started doing makeup, and then my friends would be like, "Oh, do my makeup for homecoming, or you know, Sadie's or whatever the dance was at the time." Yeah. So
I didn't have that at my school.
No, yeah. So I think my
Sadie's.
It's like when you ask the boy instead of the boy asking you to go to the dance. Yeah.
I don't think I would have even went.
She said, "I don't do that." Do that. Hyper independent. I didn't do that.
Wow, we did that. I went to a really Hispanic school.
See, I was
Southwest Middle. Like they were all straight. They were all straight from the border. Though. Southwest Middle was straight from the border.
No,
when I was on the bus, they were all from the bus.
UC in La Jolla.
Oh,
yeah. So
wait, hold on. Did you have a transfer, bitch?
No. So I grew up off of 43rd in the Southeast, in Shelltown. Okay. And my mom, she's a housekeeper.
Oh, okay.
So she cleans houses up in La Jolla and Del Mar, and her bosses were like, "Your homeschool is Lincoln. You can't send your daughter to Lincoln. That's crazy. You should send her up to UC. It's a really good school." And she, of course, is like, "I need to do the best for my daughter." Right. So I was boohoo crying, like, "I don't want to go to UC. I don't know anyone up there.
Yeah.
You know."
What's the difference? It's different.
It's so different.
Like,
it's a
culture. Like friends, people don't look like you. Like that's like different.
I will say in high school, I feel like I had a very weird trying to figure out who I was, because it's like I was hiding to be as Mexican as I was because you're too paisa, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So and it's at that I was a cheerleader, so I was around a lot of girls who were of a different bracket. Yeah. So I just felt like I just didn't fit in.
Because
so you have to talk very different. Too.
Really?
Yeah, because if you talk like
with
the way
I'm talking
or
something,
you kind of come off a little aggressive.
Do we have? Because I do have clients that come
that tell you have an accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's our accent?
I mean, it's just because a lot of girls have a valley girl-esque voice where it's like, "Hey girl, what you doing?"
Okay. Or they drag the sentences.
So I feel like sometimes when you talk a little faster and a little louder, it's a little more aggressive to them. Maybe I don't know
what that meant. Well, the school I went to, I wasn't paisa enough. I was a güerita. Like at my school, you could literally count the amount of Asian people that were there, the amount of black people, and the amount of white people.
It was predominantly Mexican.
So it was all Mexican.
Very much so. And all from the board, all from TJ.
Yeah.
They usually were always getting off the bus. When I would cross in the morning, it was all of my...
They did the linea for 4 hours.
No, for me, I was bussed up there. So I'm sure some people know this, but off of 43rd, there was 8 buses, one going to Claremont High School, one going to Madison, one going to UC, and they're all from, because there was only really Lincoln that was for the Southeast.
For the Southeast.
So you can't hold all of those kids, you know what I mean?
So they would have to go to other schools.
Yeah, so you would fall within this, if you're in that zip code of the Southeast, you can go to these La Jolla and up north schools.
Because they have to take those transfers.
They have to,
wow.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I was doing. I would take the bus every single day all the way up to UC.
Wow.
And so from there, I started doing all of my friends' makeup for dances at that school.
Wow.
And so afterwards, I was like, I want to be a makeup artist. But then...
Do you still talk to any of the people from high school?
No.
Yeah.
I will say I do talk to a lot of the girls who were bussed up there.
Okay.
A lot of people that were bussed, but not...
not the girls
that I was in cheerleading with. We just kind of lost connection from there.
Damn, I talked to a lot of people from my school.
I don't talk to. I went to Castle Park, but then my second year I transferred to Olympia.
I have a lot on Instagram. They're mutuals.
Yeah.
Not friends, But I feel like if we ever did a 10-year reunion, I would love. I should host.
Wait, what year did you guys graduate?
17.
Oh, fuck you, bitches.
What are you?
Mine just happened. My 10-year, fifth class of 15.
Did you go?
No. 15? Okay,
I'm going to go to mine because I want to see what y'all talking about.
I want to see if everyone's still ugly or cute.
Who hosts them, though? Who hosts them?
So somebody has to choose. Yeah, the ASB president or the valedictorian. I don't know. Somebody has to take on the role.
To go to one.
Bitch, you're going to host it, huh?
Taking it in right now.
Put something else on her plate. No,
I have so many people on Instagram from high school.
But I honestly I didn't care. One of my best friends from high school, we're still friends, and she was like, if you go, I'll go. But I don't know. I just feel like I didn't.
That's so cool. I didn't know people do that still.
Yeah, they do.
I really hope someone does that.
And then people started an Instagram page, and they started posting throwbacks and stuff over high school. And then there was already beef in the comments. I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm not gonna go. Yeah, somebody posted the bench or whatever. know how they had like
we called it the quad.
We had the bench, and so somebody posted the bench, and I think me and my friends were there.
Was it like seniors?
No, like the popular kids or whatever, and the seniors.
Okay, that was the
and then
quad
somebody
at our
posted
school.
in the comments like,
it was like a section full of benches, and then we go
like
to the back of the
area.
school and be like the stoners. We go to another.
It was all, and us too. Like certain benches were for certain people.
Yes, we had our bench.
high school was so cliquey.
No,
dude.
so people would sit at our bench and would be like, "Oh, why are you guys at our bench?"
Yeah,
we would sit there and be like,
I actually have a confession. So a lot of
got
my
a
friends from the Southeast would tell me like, those aren't your friends. Like those girls aren't your friends. And I'm like, y'all some haters because y'all not on cheer. I will say I was
They're
being
not
a
your
little big-headed. No, and they really were not my friends. But so when I realized,
but it's like that feeling of like you wanting to belong to something
you did,
too.
yeah, and especially because I was so passionate for cheer too.
Yeah.
I was doing cheer since
Were
I
you
was
a
like, in
cheerleader
middle
too?
school.
Because I was a cheerleader.
no. So I wanted to do cheer. I wanted to do sports, but my dad was deported when I was young. So
okay.
when I was in middle school, he was deported, and I couldn't stay out past like nighttime. You know, my brother wanted to do
I feel like you would have done
football.
cheer.
Yeah, I
You
would have
could've.
loved cheer and volleyball.
Oh my gosh, I
loved
love
volleyball.
cheer.
I love cheer.
I love cheer.
I know.
What was your position?
I was a flyer.
Oh, I was a flyer too.
Oh, that's so cool.
No, I
I
love
hope
cheer.
But I also would
My
be a
kids
base
get into
sometimes because I got some strong ass legs. So
See, I
I'd
was
be
too
like,
short.
girl.
I was way too short. But I would base in middle school. I was never a main base.
Yeah.
I was always a side.
I did cheer in middle school, but it was nothing compared to high school.
Yeah.
Like nothing
Yeah.
compared. They were barely creating cheerleading in middle school.
I think my
So it
middle
was like
school
basics.
we didn't do like Pop Warner. We did competitive.
Yeah, I
in
did.
middle
I
school.
ended up quitting cheer in school and I just went
What's
all
Pop-
stars. Like I
what's
just
Pop
did
Warner?
competitive cheer.
Pop Warner is like when you do like, you know, when you're in middle school and they do like the football games or like basketball games for like the little kids.
Oh, okay. So
They'll do like the sideline cheer.
okay, my high school was only that.
Okay.
Like
okay.
Southwest only did that, but then you go down the street to Montgomery, they did
They
competitive.
did competitive. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but Southwest didn't.
Yeah, maybe because it was like smaller or they didn't
is
have
that
it.
why?
I don't know.
It's mainly up to like your coach. Like if your coach is okay with taking you to competitive, then they could take you to
I
competitive.
didn't know that.
It really is up to your
Okay.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have done cheer. Maybe if you have a
would've loved
daughter, she could do a cheer.
Yeah,
She could do cheer.
I wanted to do
Or gymnastics.
gymnastics.
That's why I don't want a daughter because I'm like I'm gonna be like
Yes.
dance moms.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like
yep.
you little bitch. You're gonna do cheer.
Even with my sons.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yeah.
be
I did
something.
gymnastics and
I think
cheer, and
it
I'm
really-
like, I wish I could have done more with it. You
Yeah,
know?
I feel like it builds stability though. It builds like
Oh,
a
yeah.
mindset for you to be like, okay, I need to lock in and actually take
It's an
my
individual
school seriously so
sport
that
too.
I can go to sports.
And I
after,
never
you know.
felt that, but my boyfriend would talk about that a lot about football.
Yeah.
Obviously, he would go to a lot of like house parties and never drank or never smoked
Because it was
Because of
sports.
sports.
football.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was
It's
so
like- yeah,
dedicated
it's like
to
a-
football.
yeah.
He was so dedicated that he was able to get like a scholarship. He was gonna go to Ohio, but they gave him an 80% scholarship, and at the time his parents couldn't afford the
though.
rest of it. You know,
That's so
and for
fucking
him
crazy,
being
dude.
his height, it's rare for shorter footballers to get a scholarship. You know, and he worked so hard for that. Yeah,
That
was
kills
crazy.
me, dude.
Yeah.
That's one thing about like opportunity that
I
just
know,
crushes me
especially
because I feel like
when you
there's
don't-
so many talented
yeah.
people, especially like you know in our upbringings. Like
Yeah.
you know, it's like I know so
It's
many
sad.
talented people that just
Yeah.
couldn't fucking do it because of
Yeah.
money,
'Cause of the money.
or because of
Yeah.
situations like your
Yeah.
dad or some things
Exactly.
like that. You know, or like same with me. Like my mom's single mom. Like
Yeah, same.
I had so many coaches calling
Yeah.
me. I was like offered to go to like the Olympics, like in Greece
my
for
gosh.
gymnastics.
I
For
didn't know
gymnastics.
that was a
but my mom was a single
thing.
mom, girl. She
Yeah.
couldn't afford it.
My mom could barely afford my
What could I have
uniform.
done if I went? You know.
Also, the school didn't provide.
No,
any
you
of
have to
that?
pay for your own
No, you have to
uniform,
pay
your
for
bows, your
everything.
and mind you, we're flyers, so we had to get specific shoes,
Everything.
like
And then when I did All Stars, they got me a scholarship, right? The owner of the club, like she got that scholarship didn't fucking exist. Dude. She made it up, like
that's
so I could cheer.
sweet.
Wow.
But it's like those things. That's why I
must
think
have
we
been
work so
fun.
hard.
That must have been
That's
so
why
fun.
we work
All
so
Stars
hard.
is super fun.
Oh, you
I
guys
did
had a
All-Stars
good
for
like
2
childhood.
years.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But I think that it is like the root of why we all work so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah,
It's
for
because
sure.
like when we do have families, like we want to give them everything
Yes,
that we
yes.
probably missed out on.
Definitely.
You
And that's
know?
why, you know-
and not that it's our parents'
Yeah.
fault because like they did the fucking
Yes,
best they
they
could,
did what
and
they
I
could,
love you
yeah.
guys. But you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like that
Yeah.
missing void that you want to
Yes,
fill
and
about
that's
your childhood.
like we're
for
getting
sure.
older, you know.
Yeah.
We're reaching closer to 30. It's not as normal. it's not as normalized for people to wait and have kids. And I have a lot of and I have a lot of pressure. Everyone's like, really... where's like babies? And I'm like, we wanna have, we wanna give a different life to our kids. But when you say it in that way, you know, our parents do feel a type of way where they're like, but we made it, but we don't want to make it like that.
I don't want my. And I love my parents, you know, they're both from Mexico. They had to make their way over here in the United States and stuff. But at the same time, they were on survival mode. I was on survival mode up until like 3 years ago, if I'm being 100% honest. So it's like, I don't want my child to feel that stress. Because I feel like I've been stressed since I was young, you know?
And people don't understand that.
No.
Like my father-in-law will always say, you know, money doesn't matter, family does. But I'm like, but money does matter to a certain extent. Yeah. I wish I had that
brings
mentality.
Comfortability.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. And I'll be called selfish because I think that way, you know? But not everyone is going to understand the way that we think, you know? And we're the only ones that are going to be raising our families.
Exactly.
So it's how you and your significant other feel.
Right. Exactly.
But I agree.
Yeah. Then we're all on like the same page. No kids.
Okay. On that note, what's one thing people assume about you that might be completely wrong?
Ooh, that's a good one. I feel like sometimes a lot of people don't think I'm approachable.
Okay. We kind of said the same thing one time when we said like when the boyfriends were on the episode. We asked them like, what's one thing you think that people say about us, and they were like that you guys are mean or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of give off like a bitchy vibe, but it's because it's my resting face. Like I'm not. I promise you, I'm having a good time. But sometimes I'm just like.
That me too. And
I'm having such a good time.
Yeah. Sometimes
I'm like smile. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, you gotta like snap me out of it.
I agree. I feel that. Sometimes I do just have a face. Sometimes I'm just tired too.
Sometimes I just feel like our ADHD is like we're thinking of like something serious.
Into something.
I overthink. I think about something every minute of the day. My father-in-law, sometimes I'll be like sitting and he'll be like, stop thinking, and I'm like, I can't. I can't stop thinking. I'm always planning the next and the next and the next.
Every time I'm like, I have this idea, so let me show you real quick. I was like, girl, you literally just had an idea last week.
Or like, ordering things, or I feel like we always have something on.
Something's always going on.
Like for Beyond the Lashes, I was just that was on my head every single day. And then the thing that we're gonna announce soon, that's on my head every single day. And then after that, something else.
I feel like I was like that for a long time. And then I feel like going to yoga, low key, as corny as it sounds, like I really learned a lot.
It's not corny because yoga's the best. If you guys haven't tried yoga,
I have not tried it.
Okay, so healing. You know how Pilates, I've never tried Pilates, but I know from what I hear in Pilates, they don't do like Shavasana
at the end.
They don't do
meditation.
Yes, and it's so nice. When you go to yoga,
we only do like child's pose at the end.
Okay, but between every single like maybe like 5 times throughout hot yoga or yoga in general,
come back to yourself.
You go back. Yeah, you come back. We go back into downward dog. We come back into child pose. And then at the end, you know, we have a little meditation where you ground yourself.
The thing is really
nice.
Like you learn how to shut the fuck up in your brain.
Really? Okay.
Because I could not do it at first. Like when my uncle took me to yoga like years and years ago, I was like 18.
Oh, really?
I couldn't. I was like, I don't like this because I can't be quiet.
You should take one
and
with
then,
us.
we should. And then now I'm like, I am able to lay in there and like receive
it's so nice,
and just be quiet.
Yeah, people really. Yeah, at the end they do stretches and I kind of just lay there. My sister-in-law comes with me to we go together and she'd be like, you never stretch. I'm like, honestly, I just want to lay there.
You just want to be there and be present in your body, be present with your mind. Like just like forget everything for that 2-3 minutes of the meditation or whatever at the end. Nice. It's you and your body and whatever else is on the mat. Like that's it.
That's
and
so
I feel like after that, my whole like world changed, and now I'm able to like, because I have ADHD too, and like my brain was going crazy, and I feel like I was doing a lot and like all these things and events and blah 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 blah. And one day I just said, I'm done. And it just was like this huge transition of peace and like stability and just like one thing at a time. And it's obviously a learning. I feel like a lot of things that help is like journaling, meditation, calendars, like things like that.
I can't get into journaling. I want to get
it. Honestly really does help.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I do want to get into it, but I'm just scared of somebody reading that journal. Because I don't want no one to know my inner thoughts. Like your significant other, anyone. Like I don't want no one to know my inner thoughts.
But low key, like I feel like if I start journaling, I'm gonna say like it's just not gonna make sense. It's gonna be like blabber.
It doesn't have to.
Yeah.
If that's
Okay.
If that's what's on your top and your mind, that's fine.
I feel like
you
my mind
could,
is
like,
24/7,
Yeah.
like a clock, like just going and going and going and going.
I've recently thought about like seeking out for like therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if it was burnout or if it was the Mercury retrograde.
I think it was retrograde because I think I swiped up on yours. So remember, I was like,
I'm telling you guys, it's real. It's real.
I just seen something on
Saturn
TikTok.
returns are real too.
What's
Look
your
it up.
sign? Are you a Libra?
I'm a Libra.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just
what's going on with me?
No, so it's something going on with cancers right now. So it's a Mercury retrograde, and it's during the Cancer season. I'm a fucking Cancer, and they say it brings out all of the past emotions that you've thought you've healed.
You've
and
like
I always
hidden.
feel this. You know, it's hard owning a business. It's hard sometimes,
all the time.
All the time. You know, but I try to stay positive. But sometimes I'm just tired.
Yeah.
And I'm just tired of doing this. And I'm like, do I even want to run a business?
Yeah.
Do I just want the soft
all the
Do I just
time.
want
Once
the
a
soft
month.
life? Like, do I want to be a boss?
Yeah.
Like, do I
Right.
want this?
Because it's like you
hard work.
constantly have to be on go about what's next. What can I do? What can I stay to be relevant? Because mind you, we don't have the luxury of a retirement at the end of this.
What happens if our wrists break? What happens if this happens?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
happens if we slow down? Or what happens?
Or what if you're just not the it girl no more, too?
Yeah.
Because, like, let's not face it, there's a new wave of artists coming in.
Yeah.
They're
Very
younger.
much.
They have a more of an established blueprint, I want to say. Like, it's not like they're giving the
They're not
success,
given,
but they're
but-
giving steps and mentorships and things that we didn't fucking have. Nobody was a
we
fucking
had an
mentor.
Amazon little
Girl.
makeup bag filled with like
Nobody was
No
a
real
fucking
glue.
mentor back in the day.
There was
Yeah.
no
There was no mentors. There
It
was
was
no
gay
coaches.
cats,
There was
too.
nothing. There was nothing. And if they did, it was so like up there we couldn't even think of getting one. You know,
We've
and
had to learn a
people have
lot on
been
our own.
Learning, or people are now more open
advanced,
about
and they advance
sharing
faster. So like then that
Yes.
goes back to comparing, and you know, comparison is a thief of joy. And it's I know, you know, a lot of us try not to do it, but it's hard sometimes,
It's hard
especially the
not
older
to.
you get. You see a 21-year-old just pop out in the industry like nothing,
get it like this.
and you're like, we're 7 years in,
Yeah.
and we're doing amazing for ourselves, but we sometimes I'm like, I could have done better for
I
myself.
could have done more.
Last year
Had
I
I had
invested.
X, Y,
had I
Z.
started this, that.
Last
had
year
blah,
I
blah, blah.
invested so much money into mentorship, so much money into other things. I'm like, if I would have saved that money, I could have probably opened up something.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I can't think about that way.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly,
God
'cause
has
everything
blessed me.
happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. Faith.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Faith. I'm a big believer in faith. Everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
And everything that will happen is for a reason.
And sometimes I feel like in the topic of faith and stuff, sometimes it doesn't have to be like physical achievements that are like a trophy or like something grand like that, but also the impact that you've made on so many people that have walked through your doors,
absolutely.
and people that have befriended you, or people that know you, or that you've touched and talked to. Like that is also an achievement that I feel like it's not physical, right?
Absolutely.
But you know it's present.
Yeah,
and
because-
that's the motion that keeps you going.
Yes,
it's like,
I just had a client,
you know?
and the same thing that you were saying, experiencing burnout, I was feeling it too. That's why I told you, I was like, I feel like right now burnout
I
is
relate.
so big. Yes. And I had a client come to me, I think it was on Wednesday. She's never came to me before, and we're talking about what she wants to get. And she's like, you know, I've been watching your content for so long and you're doing so good. Like, I love your content. But in my head, I was like, girl, I've been sucking at my content right now.
You're like,
I have not been giving it my 100%. So
That's how I feel.
it was like
too
something
It's like that
she didn't know,
reassurance.
but
The
she did
reassurance.
so much for me that day with just
Yes.
saying that, because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
yes.
everything's gonna be okay. Everything will happen at given time. And then she tells me, she's like, yeah, I've been following you since you were at your apartment.
Oh,
I'm like, really? She's
That's
like, yeah,
crazy,
I've been thinking to get my lashes
love
done for
people
this whole
like that.
time, but I was so nervous to book with you. So going back to like how you said, what do people think of you? Like, what's something that, you know, would be like, what was the question? What
What's something that people would assume about
would
you?
assume about you?
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, no, like, girl, you talk to me. The whole time we were yapping, whole entire appointment.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, all of these 7 years that I've been lashing, she was
been
watching me,
admiring.
and and it's so great to have those little moments with your clients.
Yes, absolutely.
And they don't even
dude.
know how much like
They don't
do
know.
for you too.
They don't know. Yep. I always say that, like, in the moments where I talk to my sisters, I'm like, I'm so grateful. It's because of moments like that. It's like, you don't even know what you coming and sitting in my chair and like asking me about my life or whatever. Like, you don't know how much that shit does to us, dude. Because every day is a struggle to be like, I'm running my own fucking business.
It's
like,
a lot.
and people, obviously, it's glamorized. And we've talked about this too. Like, the money's good, the glamour is good, the glitz is good. We get to make our own schedule. I'm never saying we're not privileged, because the privilege is big. But the mental strength that it takes is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And like, I feel like you can differentiate when it's going to be for you and when it's going to crush you. Because 8 years in, 8 years
we're
in,
doing
like,
it. And
we're still in there.
And when you start to think like how I do sometimes, I'm like, I wish I was further in this industry, but then you have to sit back and realize like everything that you have achieved. And I feel like when I do sit back and I think about, things that I have achieved, it's like, these are things that I wished I had a couple years ago.
Moment, you wanted it so bad.
They're things
and
you
have to remind myself of that.
And it's also what I always try to reflect on is like, it's things that our parents and our grandparents never even like thought of being able to have.
Right.
Like every time I travel or every time I spend something big, or every time I'm like, fuck, like I paid my bills with no hesitation. I bought shit at the grocery store with no hesitation. I remember the days where like my parents probably struggled to fucking buy the groceries and be like, is a card gonna go through? You know what I mean? Like that's the fucking moments where I feel like, yeah, I fucking made it. Because
exactly.
I'm not saying I pray that it's forever, but I'm like, it's here now. I've always worked for myself since I was young. I did it. In a world that is betting against us, we fucking did it.
And we still make bills every month, Even I feel like back then when a lot of my clients wouldn't pre-book. They were the ones that would they would book that week.
Yes.
So then like Sunday,
you really don't know until the week comes.
Yeah, Sunday would come and I'd be like, oh my God, I have no clients. And then I look at my schedule, I'm like, oh, I'm full.
That still happens to me to this day too.
To me sometimes. Yeah. So then I'm like, please pre-book my mental health.
For my mental health, please. If you guys don't do that to me.
I'm like, you're not leaving till you book.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to do that, but I feel so pushy.
No, I will just be like, okay,
I don't know how to do that.
I'm like, so do you want to do 2 weeks?
Yeah,
or 3 weeks?
Do that every single time.
Every time. I do the same thing.
I'm like, okay, so does the 23rd at 2 work? Perfect. I'll book it.
Wait, really?
That's it.
But then I get a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm going to book it on my own.
Then I just
then you
let
can
them.
reschedule.
I mean, you can reschedule. Some of them that give pushback, I'm like, okay, cool, no pressure, I'll see you. But then you kind of know at least. You have like a balance.
I've never been that type, and I feel like that's what holds me back a little bit.
You definitely should do that, because I feel like that's when my client retention came back 100%, because it's like, okay, you already have it. And then like how you said, what if they're like, oh no, I'll book online. I'm like, oh, okay, well, if you want, you could just reschedule later. And then,
Also think about it. Psychology, like buyer psychology, you just got your lashes done. You're happy as fuck. You love them.
You want to have them again.
You are more likely to rebook right there than when you go home and start thinking about the money, right? So like if you get them in that buyer moment of like, oh my God, my lashes are so cute. I just had a great lash appointment. I just had great conversation. I'm coming again. You get them right there.
And then what do you do if they want? I know.
Don't be listening if you're playing.
What do you do?
It's psychology. It's psychology.
Business. Yes, for sure.
So then what do you do if they want to cancel last minute? And like,
I don't really,
you're out of that money.
I don't really get like those.
Okay,
I don't really get that many cancellations.
Because I don't get pre-book. I don't get it that often.
Okay.
I get it more so with new clients,
like randoms,
like
with
new
randoms.
People. Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Which is
I'm
why
gonna start reinforcing that, because I do it with some people, but it's because they tell me, "Oh, can we book our appointment?" And
no, you should do it.
Okay. No, you should do it every time.
But find a tone that works for you. Obviously, don't ever force anything. Because like for me, it's like they're checking out or whatever, they're paying, blah blah blah, and I'm like, all right, so your 2 week lens on the 23rd. Does that work for you? And you're not feeling pushy. You're giving them the option that you care about their 2 weeks.
Them again,
Okay, because a lot of my girls do pre-book now because they see that my schedule will like fill up, and they need to, especially my nighttime appointments, because I only offer Mondays for nights, and then Saturdays, so that those are always automatically booked.
So the way I started it at first, I would say if you pre-book with me now, you'll get $10 off your next service. That's how I started at one point, and now it's nice because they don't have to put a deposit. When you think, because with my appointments, I make them put a deposit.
Mine's $1 deposit.
Oh, really? With my fills, I have them put the card on file, and full sets is $20.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just because I feel like full sets, I get a little more of cancellations because they're usually new clients.
Okay.
So Sometimes
I don't do no deposits.
Yeah, I just like the full money up front.
I do too.
Or I'm gonna spend
That's why.
that money.
Yeah, that's why I
know?
do the card on file for the fills because I mainly get fills.
That's what I do too. But then I had to start charging the $1 just to make sure the card on file
Goes
was
through.
active.
But girl, they can still freeze
Yeah, they
it.
can
Yes,
still freeze
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
That's why you charge it a week after.
Allegedly. Do it a week after.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. On payday, allegedly.
Okay, so on building the brand, why BBeauty.Cosmetics?
Oh, so
Yeah.
BBeauty.Cosmetics came from my name. So my name's Bibi Cardenas, and people always spelled my name B rather than BIBI.
Yeah.
Even when I go to Starbucks, it's usually BEBE like the brand, or they'll put
Baby.
BB. Yeah.
Right,
Oh,
baby?
okay.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, how can I do a play of words with my name to my brand? So yeah, it's my initials, BBC.
Okay.
Beauty Cosmetics.
BBeauty
Okay.
Cosmetics.
And it's been like that since the start,
Since the
right?
start, yeah.
Wow.
Because at first, like I said, I was
Yeah.
doing makeup, so
Yeah, yeah.
it wasn't
So you had
lashes.
to have
That's
like
what I remember it as. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I've switched
okay.
mine. I've had it. My first one was Baby Doll. Baby Doll Beauty.
Yes, I remember that.
Baby Doll
I
Beauty.
didn't know. I
And it's
didn't know that
because
was your
I was
name.
selling strip lashes.
I used to sell strip lashes too. I remember that.
I used to sell strip
forgot about
lashes,
that.
and the popular one was Baby Doll.
How cute.
Yeah.
Was it a doll eye?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then Stay Bored came after me, so I changed my name. And I thought I got away with it. I thought I got away with it, but I didn't. You can never hide from Stay Bored, y'all. So please stay legal.
I learned that the hard way. We
Yes.
already talked about this, but
So I thought changing my name, and then now it's trademarked, but that's a whole different story.
Hey! Okay, so on the topic of social media, we all know that social media is a huge, huge pressure point in this industry. The constant battle of keeping up with trends and and like color schemes and all these things. Like, do you ever feel that the pressure to constantly create content gets to you, and how do you navigate that?
Absolutely.
Girl.
The champagne tastes good, isn't it? No, I for sure feel like the pressure is on me at most times. Even if it's like I'm rolling with the content and I'm posting active content, I just still feel like my quality is not good enough. Maybe this angle wasn't that good. Did I even? You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, do I have to get a new camera? Do I have to get a new phone? No, you don't. You just need to post the content. You know what I mean?
I've bought in so many things. I've bought in like a TV for content, camera.
6 cameras.
No,
Yeah.
literally, I fell into that before, and it's like you can create content with your phone.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like that girl.
It doesn't
have you
need to be
seen
hard.
the girl going viral that does like the dance videos with like the perfect quality
No,
on TikTok and Instagram? No?
We probably have, but we just can't think of it right now.
She's like a light skinned girl and she's like dancing like the sun's perfectly set on her.
No, I don't
she
think I've seen her.
records with an iPhone 13. I'll show you guys after. She records with
It's
an
just
iPhone
the
13.
right fucking
The right
moment.
angle. And then
Yeah.
also just like they were saying in the comments, it's the fact that the sun is reflecting on her. So it
just
makes
looks
her look like
glowing.
the center point of everything.
yeah.
So it really is just working with the elements of things, not really having to buy the most extravagant
and being
things.
yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially right now, I feel like the whole thing of like digi cameras coming back and like all of the
Were they a thing before?
Girl,
digital
yes.
cameras. Yes.
Oh, digital. I thought you said DG.
Oh, sorry,
no,
digital. I meant digital.
DG is a camera
Yeah,
right
sorry,
now
I
that's
forgot.
going viral.
Yeah, no, the digital cameras coming back like that, like
They're so
like
cute.
sun-kissed, like
Yes.
sun-kissed, blurry kind of photos.
yeah.
Like what? Like it's like nostalgic.
Everything,
because
like,
not
like
everything has to be
Caprice.
fucking perfect.
There's so many things coming back. I love it.
Things that like
I
our
love it.
parents like used to
My
have
best
or like
friend's
use
mom
and
has
stuff.
her whole wardrobe of when she was in the 2000s.
No way.
She was that girl, Miss Heather Williams.
Oh my gosh,
That is so
and I wish
cool.
my
McDonald.
I wish my mom would have kept all her stuff.
She kept her stuff for my best friend, and I see my
Aw.
best friend wearing like her original Ed Hardy stuff. I'm like, wow,
That's
where's your
so
stuff from back then? She's like,
cool.
girl, I threw all that away.
Yeah.
And I have that habit too. I throw all my stuff away.
My mom was
I'm
a
like,
little
anything about
chola.
my kids.
My mom did not dress like that. She was a little chola.
My mom in the 90s, she was
Thin eyebrows.
She had thin eyebrows.
My mom,
She
everyone has thin
super
eyebrows.
ugly big hair and straightened her bangs. She was that type of girl.
That was, I did that in middle school. Elementary school. I would have hella
I feel
straight
like every
hair.
girl with curly hair used to do
used to
it.
do that,
Like
yeah.
crunch it up and then straighten it, or
yeah.
even did a bump.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Do you guys remember the bump?
Yes,
that was
the
my
Muppets.
shit. It was I did it by
they were
itself.
so serious about it. Like,
the higher the bump, the higher the bump, the bigger the attitude. Or
to this day, I think they're so cute. The bumps are so cute. They need to bring the bump back.
Okay, next
my
episode
forehead was not built for that, y'all.
We should bring it back.
I'm gonna order some on Amazon, bitch.
Oh my gosh, the Muppets.
We start a trend, right?
Hey,
You heard it here first.
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's crazy.
Oh my
Would you
gosh.
say you've ever posted something on Instagram and then like immediately regretted it?
Like my personal Instagram or like my business account?
Your business.
Business.
Have I?
It's like, no, I stand 10 toes.
I stand 10 toes on that.
I would say mine just ranting. Like back then.
Oh, okay.
Like if a client canceled or something,
I've
then like
always-
talking on my
letting
story.
emotions talk for me.
I've
Yeah,
always been
yeah.
the type of person that, like, to my friends, I'll call them right away. And I get it off my chest. Like,
I
my best
don't.
friend hears me rant 24/7. I'm so sorry,
I
girl.
just
That's a
post
good
it.
idea.
And then also now with the audios, girl, I'm on my way home. Like,
Yeah.
this had me fucked up today. You know what I mean?
That's your kind of journaling. There you go.
That's true, yeah. And then my friend will just listen to it. She's like, oh, my podcast is on for the day.
Yep. I feel like when you let emotions drive like through you, that's the times I've regretted shit. Because I would go on some little rants or like
My close
something
friends
about.
see some shit. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
my close friends too.
Not my business
That's all I
account.
allow.
I have you on coast. So
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Hey, they do that,
That's all I allow because
Yeah.
my business, well, I've grown as a person with my business, you know?
Yeah.
So back then I would rant a lot. I would be like, oh, and something like if they canceled last minute,
Yeah.
I think I would mention their names.
Damn.
That's ghetto.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You had some balls.
Yes, I have had some balls. I think I would post their appointment
Might as well
time
tag
with their
them,
name.
baby.
no, you did?
Yes. That's crazy.
Priscilla. That's
No,
wild.
that's
That's
crazy.
wild.
You beat us. That's
Because
crazy.
I'm the type like it happens to me still to this day sometimes. Like I'll say things that just like come like into my head, and then sometimes
Like no filter.
like no filter.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh wait, sorry,
should have said
maybe
that.
I should have said that. Or like when I like
At least
if
I know you're
if
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I'm asking like people some like things or like questioning people, I'd be getting like too deep. Where I'm like, oh, maybe I should have asked you
Oh my
that.
god, that'd be me with my clients because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're here for an appointment for themselves, not me. Sorry, I just told you
I'd be
about
like, yeah,
how
so-
this happened to me.
Yeah,
when I was
I
17.
Deep.
So yeah, my dad left me.
Right. No, dead ass.
And
I'm
I
like,
have money issues.
so sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's so
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
at least if you know
Check
your
yourself.
clients, you know us for real. We're not holding anything back.
Yes,
so.
but
We
it's
do
like
build-
you sometimes do have to like
Yeah.
think about it and be like, oh fuck, I'm providing a service.
No,
Like at
yeah.
the end of the
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
I'm a
I think
business.
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because I feel like, I mean, knock on wood, I have never gotten like a bad review like posted
Yeah,
or nothing
same,
like that.
same,
So I'm
Thank
like,
God. Oh my gosh, let's all knock
I'm
on
like,
some
I
wood
know.
real quick.
you know, like it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, we still are providing a
Yes.
professional
Yeah.
service, and you never know what kind of person you're gonna get. So it's like,
Yeah,
okay, you gotta
true.
keep it cute, keep it cute, and
Also, I
collected.
feel like you could. Discernment is very important.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like when you have a client come by and they start talking to you a certain way, okay, I know this is the kind
Yes,
of appointment that it's
definitely.
going to be. But
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
you have some clients that come in and then
just,
things
like,
are just rolling off
you
the
just
tongue.
Yes,
You just click.
Yeah.
Even to a point where like their eyes are like
Yes.
Yes.
No, that's
Or
me
the
as a
hands.
client.
yes, and their hands and their
They're like explaining to me the story.
I hate that as a service provider, but
Me
I'm that
too.
client.
Me too,
Oh,
me
you
too.
are?
Girl, I be
Yeah.
stretching. I be like doing fucking
yes.
this.
So I
and-
didn't realize how much that
my God.
affects
I
you.
used to go to you. I used to be like, like
And
I'm so sorry.
I didn't realize how much that affects like
Yes.
the artist.
Yeah.
But that would be me too, putting my knees up, putting
Yeah,
my legs
I be, like,
down,
stretching
going
my
like crisscross.
leg, yeah.
And like
Yeah.
it does move.
It does,
move us,
yeah.
you know. Sometimes I'll be isolated. I'm like, hui. Huh.
No, I've learned to like know when they're about to move.
Oh,
I'm like,
me too. I predict that
okay,
shit.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or when they're about to sneeze.
Oh,
or
that's
Yes. Oh my God. Can we actually talk about this?
That's
Because
so scary.
I wanted to talk.
scary.
No, it's
It
like
is.
how we read the body language.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say this right now. For the new girls that are barely learning, or
Yeah.
that are, you need to learn how to read body
Yes, yes,
language.
yes, yes.
Because I know when my client needs to pee. I know when she's gonna
Uncomfortable.
sneeze. I know when she's hot or cold. Like
Or
I
when
just
their
know.
or when their eyes burn a little.
Yes.
you
You
see
can
it.
see it.
know.
Yes. It's like their eyes.
I'm like, here comes
maybe
the
like what you guys can like maybe look out
Dude,
for. Like what I see
yes.
sometimes if you know the fumes are a little too strong and you go to place a lash and they're like
when they
move their eye, they squint a little. And I know we get frustrated because it does move the tape and stuff, but I'm like, you know what? Like,
that means they're uncomfortable.
Something's uncomfortable with them, you know?
So it's like, I really get shocked at the level of psychology or body language that we have.
Yeah, they start moving a lot.
Or when they put their hands behind their back, like, are they gonna pee? Like, do they have to pee?
Or their back hurts, or their head hurts, or something.
That's why recently, so I started taking a Nido, like the squishies, to my appointments.
We talked about this, right?
So I started taking it because a client brought it to her appointment, and I was like, because I get really antsy with when I get my lashes done. So I started bringing it. I was like, oh, this really helps. So then I started providing it for my clients. I started bringing squishies. And it helps a lot. At first, I didn't think anyone was gonna reach for it.
And they do?
Girl, every appointment.
Because I went to the ones that there were so many.
Yeah, I wish I was telling her I wanted to get like little fidget toys because I have people who have anxiety. And she was like, oh, I have like these that I got on Amazon. I'm like, I'm gonna get them.
I'll look on Amazon because I used to provide those to my Brazilian clients.
I have
but they squeeze them too hard.
Well, I have specifically some for Brazilians and some for so the lashes, I have the Nidos, like the big squishies. But for Brazilians, I have the prepackaged little ones that you can get on Amazon for like a pack of 1,000. And I just have them pick one during their appointment. And they get it, and they can just take it home.
That's a really good, really good
I'm gonna need that link from you.
I got you.
I don't even know what that meant.
They're like they're tiny, they're teeny weeny little squishies, and then my clients usually just like pull them.
Like wholesale.
I've never seen that before.
I'll send you the link.
Wow, that's actually really cool. Okay.
Because then you think about it with the Brazilian, like they might touch themselves before the appointment, like clean themselves up and stuff, you know? So you don't want to reuse that same squishy for another client. So that's why I have the prepackaged
Okay,
ones.
Good to know.
They just get to keep it or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. What legacy do you hope to leave?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's good and hard.
That's very hard because I feel like for me, it's so much deeper of like, I want to make my family proud because of like the culture that I come from. My parents are immigrants, and it's such a big thing to hold on you. Like
it's a big backpack.
It's a
to
big
carry.
weight on your shoulders to be like the first generation, and then having to like pretty much stand forward for the generations to come after you. You know, so I feel like a good thing to leave with, a good legacy to leave. I would say the humble, like being humble, having a drive to you, things not coming easy to you, you know, culture being very important.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if the generations after you, if you don't give that culture to them, it's going to be killed with you.
Yeah.
You know, like it's going to end with you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's really important.
I think you've always been really big on like culture and family,
I do see that with you.
And like your roots and where you come from, and you've always been very proud of where you come from, which I think that's a legacy in itself that I think we've all like admired about you. I've noticed it all the time. Like you always put
like Chicana,
like Chicana pride, Mexican pride.
I feel like my mom had a very very difficult upbringing, what brought her to this country, and then my dad also, you know, he came from Mexico as well. And I feel like I owe it to them to do something of myself. Yeah. That they, you know, sacrificed everything. My mom came when she was 13 years old by herself. Her family didn't even know she was going to come to the U.S. She just decided to pay a coyote. She met a family that was 13. At 13. Her neighbors were, they would vacation in Guadalajara. And they were from Guadalajara, but they would come visit in the summer. And they're like, well, why don't you just come with us? If your life is so difficult here, like just come with us. Some random lady she just met a couple summers ago, you know? Wow. And so my mom was like, you know what, whatever. So who I now call my mom, my abuelita, she's the one who raised my mom out here in the United States. Wow. She said, okay, come with me and then I'll pay for the coyote and you know, just clean houses with me. And crazy. Then everything will be fine.
Wow.
She was 13?
13, came by herself. She literally came through the tuberias, like the, what's it called in English? The tuberias underneath
like the underground
sewer? The sewer.
She came through the sewer in IB.
What?
Oh my God.
She crawled through the sewer in IB and came up somewhere in IB to a safe house. My mom said that because my mom has green eyes. She said all she could see was her green eyes. She was just black from all the sewage.
What?
Yeah. So I feel like I owe it to her. To, you know, like she worked so hard. She still is a housekeeper to this day. So also that she has her own business. She was scared when I first started lashing. She's like, what are you doing? You're leaving your corporate job for lashing. And I'm like,
that's another question we had for you. It's like, what did your family think of when you wanted to do beauty?
Yeah. Oh, they were.
They were
my
very
family
upset.
was too.
Yeah.
My family was too.
My mom
Only
was,
my boyfriend supported.
Yeah, my mom was very like to the book, like you need to go to college because of course, like I said, they came from Mexico. They want you to have
better
those
for you.
better opportunities. So for her, it was kind of like a slap in the face. Like you're stopping your corporate job. This is like, for her, this was like peak of what you need as an adult, stability.
Yeah.
And you're just going to give it up to do lash extensions.
Yeah.
And now she's like,
people didn't understand it.
Yeah, but my mom also, she didn't think of it when I talked to her about it. I was like, you have your own business. My dad, growing up, I never had a real job. When I was like 16, I started working with my dad. He did he did a taco cart with bacon wrapped hot dogs, and we would go to people's houses, parties, and everything.
Yeah,
so that's where I started. Yeah, we did catering. So they all came from businesses. You know, they started their businesses. My mom's cleaning business, his taco cart. He was a DJ at one point.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they were always very business driven. So I reminded them like, hey, you guys had these businesses. Like this is,
and you get it from somewhere too.
I feel like I have it in me to be able to progress and make this business something that it now is, you know?
That's amazing. And look at us now.
That is beautiful. That's a beautiful story.
Yeah, that is thing. We've known you for a little while and we're still learning.
I know.
But
things. it is crazy because like I feel like a lot of people that we talk to when they first tell their parents that they're gonna do beauty, they always are against it. And my family wasn't like necessarily like no, but I was a straight A student. I like did all these cool things. Like my family was like, you're gonna be a lawyer, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that. I had like, they had high expectations. And so, and I still to this day, I'm like, maybe one day I will be. Like, you never know. Who knows? The world is ours. We have
nothing but time.
You know? But yeah, same thing. My mom was like, that's never gonna pay your bills. Word by word. That is never going to pay your bills. And I was like, watch me. Like,
no, that was me. Sparked a fire under my ass. Under your ass. Like, watch, I'm gonna do it.
Like, that was my thing, which is sad, you know, that like I always had to prove to them, you know, that I could do more with this, that this could be a business, but it was like something that drove, you know, this
especially
business.
Like even with my partner, with my boyfriend, he does music. So my mom, back when he started doing music, she's like, you mean he doesn't have a job and he does music? Like, what do you mean? Times are so different.
They don't understand.
They don't understand like money from streaming and with lashes, like clients build up, we make a pretty good amount of money. You know what I mean? So it doesn't compare to a 9-to-5 or a corporate job.
Also all the avenues you could take it to, but like you could do merch. You could do supplies. You could do merch if you want to. Education. You could do education. You could do mentorship. You could do this. You could do so many things. And I think we live in such a different era now that our parents were just not there yet when we decided to do this, you know?
And these businesses didn't exist.
And they didn't exist. And one thing I always think about is like when I was in high school, I never knew anybody in the beauty industry.
Yeah,
like my counselor didn't tell me, oh, you know, you can also go to a beauty school.
Yeah, they never said
no.
They never said to the guys
beauty services.
Yeah, exactly. They never said to the guys, oh, there's barber school. Barbers make bank too.
Trade schools.
You know, trade schools, electricians, like all of these people, plumbers.
Yeah, plumbers make a nice bag.
But it's like these careers that are often taken by people with less privilege. I'm just going to say it because it's the truth.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, they're great careers, respectable careers.
But they're frowned upon.
But they're always frowned upon.
They are.
You know, and it's like,
especially beauty, barbers, music,
construction too. Construction. They look at my dad like, oh, he's just a construction worker.
Really?
No, my dad, but my dad, I will say, he's badass with the things that he does. He can look at a room and be like, you need this many measurements.
And they don't even need school for that shit. My uncle's the same way. He has a construction company. He has a restaurant now. Didn't even graduate elementary school. Wow. That man goes to the meetings in La Jolla, in Rancho, in chanclas, dude. Yeah. And his wife, my Nina, she's always like, ponte unos zapatos, ponte un traje.
He's like, no,
yeah. He shows up and people are like, well, we're waiting for the owner. You can't be in here. He's like, I'm the owner, bitch.
That's crazy. My dad's like sleeved up.
Yeah. Sorry, I killed them. Nah.
Finally got it.
Sorry, y'all.
So it's like, that's like what it just, it's just remembering that.
It can't be given to you. It's in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's in you.
Yeah. I always say, I agree. I always say it's either you have it or you don't have it. You either have the it factor or you don't have it.
This is a crazy topic, maybe controversial topic. But
We love controversial.
We love it.
when I do courses, I can tell off the bat
who's gonna make it.
Who's gonna make it?
Really?
Oh, I know.
And you know what's crazy?
I don't teach,
Yes.
so I don't
Okay.
know.
That is
you
so
know,
true.
Off bat, I can tell who's gonna make it, and I will
So
guarantee
true.
you, it's the person who is struggling to get the fans right, to isolate right, but is telling you, I practiced this many times last week before I came to my model, and I did this many model sets on my mannequin, and blah 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 blah. But it's always the ones who get it like this, that they fan perfectly the first time, that they don't go through.
really.
I've noticed it every time.
Yeah.
Every time I have a client, I've had maybe one student that still lashes to this day, and she got it like this off rip.
Wow.
That still lashes. But I've had a couple that got it really easily, and they never went through with it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when things come easy to you, you lose the value of the journey. Like as difficult as that is, but when you get knocked down 10 times and you get back
You
up
want it
10
more.
times, that's when you fucking want
It has
it
to
more.
be in you though, because
There
some
has
people
to be
get knocked down and
obstacles.
stay knocked down.
Yeah.
But even when I'm talking to clients that want to potentially be a student, they're talking to me about why they want to do lashes. And that is also a very telling sign as to if I know you're going to make it or not.
Yeah.
Because the first thing, if somebody mentions money, the first things first, you're not going to make it. I'm going to tell you right now. Because if you don't have passion for anything you do, and I'm not even saying just lashes or just the beauty industry. If you go to your job and you don't fucking like what you do, you don't have a truly passion for it, try to do something else.
Yeah.
Because you're going to live a very unhappy life thinking of the what ifs and thinking of the what if I would have switched? What if I would have done something else? Just do it. Like as scary as it is when you left your job, I'm sure it was fucking frightening, but you fucking did it.
Rent to pay
You know, you did it
days,
because there was passion underneath, and that passion is what drove you here.
Yeah.
Because if without passion, a business is not going to float.
It's not.
It's not.
It's really not.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like this episode was so good. So good. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for
being our first guest.
Yes.
It was so good.
Yes.
Honestly.
Thank you so
We
much.
brought you guys a really long episode. I feel like this episode is going to be almost an hour and a half long.
Our first one
So-
that's that long. We've been wanting to.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
really?
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Like,
really
sorry,
good.
yeah.
You guys can hopefully listen while you guys are lashing, while you guys are
Yes.
doing laundry, while you guys are cleaning the house, you know, whatever
Ponte
you're
la
doing, whether
barbita.
you're I really hope you guys like this episode. I feel like we dove into so many different topics, whether it was beauty, lifestyle, struggles, everything.
Childhood.
Yeah, I feel like anyone can relate, even if
Relationships.
you're not a lash artist.
Yeah.
Even if you're not in the beauty industry, I feel like you guys can relate to a lot of things that we talked about.
And that's always been our goal. Like we've said, we wanted to
Yes.
create a space that feels like a sleepover with your friends and just like a safe space for you to talk about anything and everything that's kind of been on your mind, whether it's like personal or business related. So it's really cool that we got to know a little bit more about you and just like what your upbringing looked like and where you plan to go with business. So do we want to do a rapid fire?
Yes, so we want to do a rapid fire
Okay.
every episode. So these are kind of just rapid fires, like this or that.
So like short answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. First one is coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Coffee? Okay.
I'm lying because I have an energy drink right there. I love coffee though, but I will pull an energy drink first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Yeah, I feel like you are because you take 6 a.m.
I take
appointments.
6 a.m.
girl.
appointments. I'm a morning person.
I will take
But
a
I took
10 p.m.
I took the
over
bus all the
6
way
a.m.
up to La Jolla from the southeast, so I would have to be up at 5
Oh,
a.m.
you're
So I feel
used to it. Your body's
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
it.
But even on a Saturday, I'll wake up at 6.
Wow.
You're used to it. Favorite lash style?
Ooh, right now, my favorite lash style, it's called my Siren Set.
Uh-huh.
It's a dark lash line with the anime wispies in between.
Ooh, I need that.
How cute.
That's my favorite right now.
One word your friends would use to describe you.
Outgoing, I guess.
Outgoing?
Yeah. I feel like I'm always the first one to make conversation with whoever we meet for the first time.
That's nice.
Yeah.
If you weren't in the beauty industry, what would you be doing?
I would probably still be a medical. I love the
Okay.
medical field. Yeah. I love making people feel good.
One beauty trend you'd retire forever.
Oh. I would retire forever. Anything beauty or just lashes?
Anything beauty.
Anything beauty.
A trend.
Oh, clusters.
It's not
Yes.
stealing your lash line.
And it's not because I'm a lash artist. Your lashes will not grow back. You will get huequitos and it's not going to be cute.
I've tried them once, clusters, because I don't have a lash tech right now. So I was like, okay, let me try clusters. And I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it. Because I tried them a couple times and I felt it poke my eyes. And I got them to a point where like they didn't poke. But when I would sleep, I would wake up with my eyes like stuck together, full of like mocos. Like not like
I know exactly
literally, not literally, but they just felt so
gunky.
Like gunky.
Because you're supposed to, if you don't know, you're supposed to take them off every day the same way that you would with strips.
Yeah, they're not
supposed to use a remover, not just pluck them out.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be a week long.
Because people wear them for 2 weeks.
They're not supposed to be like
how you know that they're so dirty.
They're sandwiched into your lash line, guys.
Yes,
you're gonna have lash lines. I'm sorry.
Naturally shed, so that lash is gonna shed, and then
it's
all
like
the eyelashes you're just
like
pulling
wearing
on
the same bra or something.
Yes, for 2
like
weeks.
Like literally just like
yeah.
Or after a hot yoga class and you're wearing the same bra. The next day, the next day,
that's what it feels like to me. Yeah,
we're
like
not using on clusters. It's just the reality of it.
It's just the truth.
Yeah.
Biggest flex that isn't work related.
Biggest flex that isn't work related. Damn.
Having
your car,
a house,
my home. I love my home.
Being independent, having a healthy relationship.
Yes, thank you. No, I would definitely say my home is my favorite. It's my sanctuary.
Yes.
I've had like 7 different apartments before this house that I have right now, but right now I finally feel like my house is a home.
It's a home.
Yeah. So
there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
There's nothing like actually building a home that you feel
that's a flex.
Absolutely. That is a fucking flex, dude. Yes.
Okay. We want to kind of end with a little bit of advice. We can all kind of give our input, whoever this resonates with mostly. Sorry guys, we have a little bit of gnats. Okay.
They live here.
Yeah.
They're our besties.
So, what's one piece of advice you'd give the version of yourself who was just starting?
Stop comparing yourself.
Yeah.
I was always comparing myself. I was seeing that, this lash artist takes 1 hour to do a lash set, and I'm still taking 3 hours. Like at the time, I think I did like 4 hours when I first started.
We were just starting.
I was stressed the hell out.
Pressure.
I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I lashing? I'm never going to lash again.
Yeah.
I would have a client and I'd be like, they weren't good enough because they didn't look like such and such.
Yeah.
Stop
it was so hard. Yeah. So comparison is hard. Comparison. Comparing. Comparison. Let's see. What's one thing every beauty entrepreneur needs to hear today? That what you have achieved today is something you probably always wished and longed for back then. So to just sit back and relax and
enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride and take into account everything that you have achieved, and that you have really
embrace it.
Yeah, embrace it.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something I barely started doing. Like on my way home to work, or to my house, I feel like I would always turn off the music because I'm like, I had so many conversations today, so I need to just be in my
I do that a lot.
I talking to myself in my car. I probably look crazy outside on the road, but I'm like, thank you so much, God, for giving me such a great day. Thank you for giving me clients, even though I maybe only had 1 or 2 today. Even the one client is something that you wanted at one given point, so that's very important.
Definitely.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think that's super important, is like giving glory to God and just like really being grateful and living in that moment and that appreciating every single thing. Like
and
even
giving yourself a pat on the back.
Definitely.
Yes. And just knowing that no matter what, the sun's going to come up tomorrow and it's going to be another tough maybe day or whatever kind of day it is, but it's always going to be a blessing, and you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now to end off our episode, we want to do a question that we're probably going to end off every episode that we have a guest. And our question to you is, if your younger self were sitting here today, what would you tell her?
Ooh, I would tell her to trust your intuition. You were never wrong. Every time you thought of something, you should always go through with it. And every time you didn't go through with it, you're going to learn later why you didn't. So
that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers. We're going to have all of our personal Instagrams linked down below. We're going to have our podcast linked down below. That'll go to our Instagram and our TikTok. Yes. And we're going to have some new reels, some new TikToks if you guys want to go check those out.
Don't be a hater.
But we have a really big announcement coming, so please keep an eye out for that. I don't know when it's coming.
Yep.
But it's coming soon.
And you'll be seeing more of Bibi's presence.
Yes.
Because they're doing the damn thing. So tap in every time they have an episode.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.